You are listening to the Creative Talks podcast, presented by the Architectural Authority magazine.
One of the philosophy of the company is to do like a tailored luxury custom home. So we try to don't repeat the same thing over and over, and we like to keep some uniqueness, to be unique in our constructions. So I think that's very nice. Also, like for the clients buying the house, they always have a different detail, and then we have different types of architecture.
This episode is sponsored by the Stones and More Group, your go-to destination for premium surfaces and a leading wholesale distributor with over 2 decades providing top-quality porcelain, ceramic, slabs, mosaics, panels, and building materials, crafted to transform any space. To learn more, visit our website at mosaics.com and explore our full range of premium products.
On today's episode of Creative Talks, I'm joined by Patricia Salamin, Senior Design Director at the prestigious Hollub Homes, where she has been shaping extraordinary spaces for the past 13 years. Originally from Panama, Patricia holds a degree in interior architecture and design and brings over 20 years of experience blending her international background and creativity. Her work has been featured in major platforms like Florida Design Magazine and Luxe Interiors, and she's collaborated with leading brands. Patricia is not only a designer but also a mentor, often supporting students in Panama during the Design Week. We're excited to dive into her inspiring journey, her artistic heart, as she continues to drive her passion in the world of design. Patricia! We did it! Finally! We've been trying to coordinate this interview.
Oh my God.
My good friend for a long time.
It was a mission coming here, but I made it.
You made it.
Even today, I was stuck in the construction.
Tell me what was the mission, because that's super fun for me to hear that everybody else has the same issues.
No, I planned today to be here on time, but I had a last minute thing in one of the construction. I'm creating a mural.
I saw
do
a
you see
picture.
it's like a stone, like a lava stone. So
and it's like bricks.
Yes, it's kind of like a bricks. It's lava stones glaze. So basically, it's doing piece by piece and doing the mural.
And
so
this is done...
I'm working with with the installers. Like, no, I want one piece there. No, move that. No, and then removing the pieces and
putting it
it's doing a mural. So.
Well, you're an artist, so that's something that you really like to do.
They don't love me right now.
But questions. I have too many questions about this experience. You are creating a figure, you're creating something, or it's just a combination of products?
In this particular installation, it's a product. It's a lava stone, and it's glazed, and it's a collection. The collection that I selected, it's in Bercy. It's kind of like the inspirational name for the company who created. And then when I received the pieces, it was like 3 different palettes. So basically, I have to put together my own pattern. So it was very fun.
Good. And then a lot of things in the day.
Yes. Meeting with clients, presenting very much a whole custom project.
We never have time. That's the truth. That's the truth. But we made it. So today we want to talk a little bit about Patricia, the artist, the human being, what you do on your own. But I would like to, of course, start on how did you get into interior design? Why is this your world? And you do it great.
Thank you. Well, since I'm a little girl, I was very into design and into art and creating. So I think I kind of like started
Anyone in your family was
yes,
an
I
artist?
have a lot of architects in my family too. An artist. So yeah, it's kind of like a generation.
It comes in the family.
Yeah. So when I graduated from school, I decided to go to the architecture school. I mean, my
Mhm.
major is in interior design.
Okay.
So I studied in the architecture school, but in interior design, and it was a long career. It was 5 years plus the final project,
Mhm.
and then I started working.
That was in Panama.
That was in Panama.
You started working
I
as
started
a
working in
designer over
Panama as a
there.
designer in Panama. I started with a European company doing commercial projects, and then I opened my own company. So
Okay.
I
So you
started.
you already did that part.
Yes, I yeah. I started super young.
You
So
were
when
a
my friends were,
solopreneur already.
yes, when my friends were partying, I was working
So
Monday through
when you
Monday.
see us that
Yes,
are our
yes.
own business and you say,
So back in the days, I was doing more commercial projects
projects.
in Panama. So I came
Awesome.
from
And then you
where?
came to the US.
Yes. Well, I got in love.
Uh-huh.
See, love exists. So then I got married. My husband was living here, so it was, it was very hard to make that decision. Like, well,
Because you had
are
your
you
own
moving to
firm.
Panama or are you moving there? So it was a constant battle. I said, well, so I made the move.
Hmm.
So and
What year was this?
it was in 2006.
2006 you come to the
Yes,
US.
and I started my own business in Panama, but let's say in 2000,
Okay.
2001.
So you
So,
come with your husband and your first job in this world was what?
well, in here in Miami with Hollub,
Yeah, that's it.
that's it.
Amazing. You That's incredible. So Patricia works for Hollub Homes and you've
Yeah,
been there.
yeah. I mean, the first when I moved from Panama to Miami, let's say like at the for my 4 years, I
Mhm.
was back. I was constantly back and forth because I still had some projects going on in Panama and clients.
Mhm.
So I was like a
And
traveling,
you arrive at
doing my projects there and then
and go
coming
ahead.
back. And then one day I say, no more. I want to be more here.
More
And I really
stable.
wanted to have more knowledge about the industry here. So
Mhm.
it was a whole learning thing. I I mean, I started very much from zero in Miami. I started with Holo, working with Helene Holo, which she was my mentor, I can tell you, because I was her design
One of the
assistant.
owners.
Yes, I
She's
was
an
her
architect or designer.
designer.
Okay.
So I started working with Helene, and then few years later, she said, "Okay, I'm retiring, so you will be in charge." I said, "Okay, thank you." So now
Great
I have the responsibility for the
for the
design
company.
department, and yeah.
That's
But
great.
I mean, I love what I do. I love
We know. I know.
create.
I know you
So
do.
for
Eh,
me, I mean, I enjoy very much what I do. So
Yeah,
it's
you can
fun.
tell. I collaborated with you in the past, where I would help you with the materials at some point,
Uh-huh.
and I remember seeing your work. It's amazing what you
Oh,
do for the
thank you.
houses. They're all different. I think we want to open up a little bit what happens at home and what do you do for the firm.
Yes, for the firm, I do basically all the interior design for our spec homes, some private custom construction, and also renovations.
Hmm.
We have clients that they already have their architect, their designers. Some other clients they prefer to work with us. Our spec homes, I do everything. Those are my babies.
Hmm.
So these are my babies.
So the company does
So
design and
yes,
build.
everything from scratch. Yes, we work with architects. We
Hmm.
hire different architects. So we say, for example, like, okay, we want to create this contemporary or California stay home, 8 bedrooms, elevator, pool, blah blah. So we we provide them a concept. So when we got the final plans, I received those plans. I start creating from scratch all the plans.
Everything, all the time.
So basically, I select everything from scratch: driveway, windows, doors,
Everything.
roof. Well, if we don't have a roof, it's concrete. But if roof, hardware for the doors, then is the hard surfaces selections for
Mm-hmm.
all the bathrooms, for main floors, all
Finishes,
the
everything.
cabinets, design of the cabinets.
And you always do
Involves
custom
also
work.
I lighting design, which I have companies that collaborates. Um, but yes, and we do
Everything.
everything.
And one of
Soft
the most
goods, wall coverings, paint colors,
everything, everything.
pools, the water line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I remember from working with you is that no house has the same concept. So you need to move from modern to farmhouse to a custom home that probably they're from another culture, and you have to do a praying room. So it's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, and that is correct because I mean one of the philosophy of the company is to do like a tailored luxury custom home. So we try to don't repeat the same thing over and
Mm-hmm.
over, and we like to keep some uniqueness, to be
Mm-hmm.
unique in our constructions. So I think that's very nice. Also,
Mm-hmm.
like for the clients buying the house, they always have a different detail. And then we have different types of architecture. We have modern farmhomes. We have coastal. We have a
True.
California state. Like
That's true.
we
I
did a mid-century, modern mid-century architecture house. So it's super
It's
fun.
fun. You never do the same, so you learn all the time.
I try to
Very
don't do the
dynamic.
same. I mean, we try the whole team in the office, because yes, I very much select everything, but I have a team too,
Yeah.
which I mean, the Harry Holo also likes to collaborate in the design, and Amy, and Christy that work with me too. We are a team, but
But you're
uh,
the captain.
I'm the one like no, 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 hold on, let's review that color. No,
No.
mm-mm. So no, we have to change that. We can put that. That's going to look horrible. So we have to change it now.
And they listen. And they listen.
Yeah,
So the process in the office is like that. You guys do concept together, or you do the concept and you present it. How does it
I do the
work?
concept, and it depends of the house. When it's like a big project, for example, right now we have a very interesting spec home that we are just starting from scratch, like we break ground not like a few weeks ago.
The
It's
modern
like
house that I walked with you,
yeah, it's a very
a
modern
big one,
house.
very luxurious,
It's going
going
to
to
be
be.
a very luxury. It's a so in that one, right now I'm working in all the finishes, putting together like a presentation. So in that one, we want to make decisions as a team,
Okay.
which is nice because I
Yeah,
mean I
it's
like
also
to
nice
share. And
to share ideas.
yes.
Great. But I need to say this because I've been to your office, and then you get to the conference room and there's a big wall full of awards. Uh-huh. And I went into the web page. So I'm just going to name a few. Best of Show Award, a House Best Design, 2020 number one custom home builder in Miami, number one residential contractor in Miami, number one for homes over 6 million, featured in South Florida Homes, many magazines, ASID Residential Home Theater Smart Home Design
Mhm.
first place winner,
Mhm.
Timeless Modern Magic number one custom home builder again. So just getting to 2019, and there's a huge list. So
Yeah.
you must feel very proud
Yes.
because you also help make this happen?
Yes, the last one I believe that I participated was the Crystal Awards.
That's
That
true.
was, that's a very interesting project. We designed a movie theater, and it
Uh-huh.
was in like a Key Westy coastal house, and that's the house that we presented in the Soflo
Uh-huh.
home show. It was a very interesting project.
So the
The client was super happy about his house.
but
It was good
the award was for the movie room,
for that area.
for
It
the
was
TV room,
also, yeah,
for
we
the
have
theater.
for the theater.
And what did it have that was out of this world, or if you can describe it so they can imagine?
It was very asymmetric space,
Uh-huh.
and it was a lot of like wood involved. So
Okay.
it was very like a custom
Mm-hmm.
detail wood going
Light,
on, like
light color.
it was lighting involved. Also, everything was custom. The
Mm-hmm.
rug, the colors, the walls, the acoustic panels,
Ye-
and the actual form of the
Space.
the space. It was different.
I
It
have to
was,
see it now.
yeah, yeah, it
Now
was
you have to
different.
show
I'll
me.
show you pictures
You show
later.
me. You show me. So another one that has made you very proud. Another of those awards that you've been involved in. What? Which one? It's another project that makes you very proud.
Well, that one, I believe we also had one for like a contemporary home that we did in two. I don't remember the
The
year,
year.
but that one also yeah, that one came out
Let
super
me see.
nice.
There's other awards that you've had for 5 years in a row. Best of service. That means that
Ah,
you guys do an excellent job. Because
we
so most
try.
of the times when you do construction, at the end of the construction, client and the design and the building team, they don't want to see each other ever again. That's how it
I
usually
know.
happens.
Yeah, I know, I know.
But in your case, for 5 years in a row,
Mm,
you get Best Service Award. Who gives this award? You know? Is it House?
house.
It's House?
House.
Nice. That's a nice award.
Yeah.
Named
House, that's probably
for 2 decades, been named the best custom home builders in Florida.
wow.
Yes, that's everything in your
Well,
website.
I
So,
mean, this company, it was built, like it was founded,
mm-hmm.
I don't know, more than 60 years
Okay.
ago.
They've
So
been building forever.
now it's a
Uh-huh.
generation
Do you
family.
still see the founder or not anymore?
Yes,
Yes.
he's
He
still
still goes to
around.
work,
No, no, every day, but he's
but
still
he's around.
around. He's
that's
alive.
that's great. So it feels like
And
a
he likes,
family
yes, and he likes to drive around parkers,
and see the
and he
houses.
see the houses.
That's great. So you
And
feel
he has comments too. Like yeah,
really,
something like, oh, what color is that? Oh wow, you know.
or probably he sees a house and he says, "I want to renew that
Mhm.
one, or
Mhm.
let's buy this one." Yes,
Yes.
that's great. That's great. So you have a good team. You are in a great place.
Yes, we
And
do.
you are doing what you love.
Yes, I do.
So congratulations. We have nothing else to say. We'll have Patricia at Hollub Homes for a long time. Yeah. Like that, you don't want to be an entrepreneur again because you getting
Well, I mean, I don't know. You never
you
know.
never
It's
know.
like I just love to create. That's
Hmm.
all about.
Is there one particular home style that you like the most?
Cindy, to be honest, it's very hard to say, oh, I have this favorite, because
No.
when you start creating so many different types of houses, you start like putting your
Your
heart
heart.
in. For example, I believe that probably I like a organic, modern,
Mm-hmm.
minimal
Mm-hmm.
homes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I mean, to get there, you have to appreciate the tradition, you have to appreciate the art history. I mean, you have to come back to the beginnings and then jump to the, so appreciate very much
Everything.
everything. And it's more about like the geography and what is about the architecture of the project, and
Hmm.
then you can start.
So the
So
architecture is always what inspires the interiors.
the architecture, I mean, it's very much everything to
Hmm.
start especially a spec home.
Hmm.
The geography, the
Hmm.
location, what it's surrounded the house, how it's, you for example, in my case, I like to study the plans. I like to see where is the actual position of the house. If you have water view or it's surrounded by trees, because
That
that's
inspires
very
the design,
important. You have to
right?
take that in consideration in your design. Like to when the house is more advanced, I love to visit the projects
Hmm.
when it's in 50% construction, because I feel it's nice to see like, oh, you have that window at the end of the hallway, and then you can visualize, if I'm putting this stone there, that color that I'm putting there, I'm also probably I'm going to see that from the other side. So whatever is the water line of the pool has to relate with it. So it's a whole
Study of the of
it's
the.
like a story, and everything has to relate.
Hmm.
It has to be like a sing.
Same
It's like
language.
a symphony
Hmm.
thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
art.
a, yes,
It is.
yes, it is.
But I'm thinking on the developer side, by working with others, uh, there's always a budget. But I see in your case that you're never afraid of bringing in a lot of materials, rich materials that make a statement, because you have a bigger allowance for finishes, or how does that work?
And I have to be smart,
Mm-hmm.
and like I have a logical places to put the best.
Okay.
Um, we like to keep the quality, and we spend in like plumbing fixtures, in finishes and all that. Yes, that's right. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And but also it's the way that you play with the materials. Sometimes you can have like a beautiful marble,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Simple, not that
no,
expensive.
that
Yeah.
expensive. Yes, exactly. And the way that you put all the materials together, and you are I mean, it's the way like you create the flow of the
Mm-hmm.
project. It make it look like wow, elegant, expensive.
Everywhere.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. I like me personally. I like to, especially like a spec home that is going to be for someone that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like to carry the same color scheme through the house with
Mm-hmm.
like maybe like an accent, but everything relates. And if I see like let's say the house has a lot of trees, I say, oh, maybe I would like to incorporate some like at the greenish. So I always select something to be inspired,
Mm-hmm.
and then I develop the whole thing.
And how, when you start looking for materials, do you have to study the demographics of the area? Like, who's going to live here? Is it Americans? Is it out of the country? Hispanic people? Do you have to consider all that?
Well, Miami is a melting pot, so
There's
you
no way to
it's
know.
unpredictable. One day you can have a buyer from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
The other day you can have a buyer from Connecticut. So you have to be very neutral
Mm-hmm.
to fit to everyone's.
Well, you
And
take
it's
risks. I remember a bathroom you did with black
I
and
know,
white marble,
the
like a
panda
panda.
marble.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You take risks.
Yes. Well, the owners from the house, they're from Chicago,
So you knew the
and they
owners
love it.
already.
No,
No.
It was a spec home.
It was a
It
spec.
was risky. Yeah, sometimes I
You
risk
you take
myself,
you
and
take
I'm very
risks.
lucky.
That's great. Yeah, because then that also gave that house a unique master bathroom.
Yes, exactly.
It was a unique
Yeah,
master bathroom that.
I don't. I mean, I like to create a little
Mhm.
different. Sometimes a little
Any
accent.
crazy material that you put on the table and Mr. Hollub says, "No, Patricia. That's too much."
It happens
Yeah.
sometimes.
Like what?
Or oh, that's too boring. See?
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Mm.
because one day I was in the area and we had the opportunity to site visit with you. There were three houses in a row in the same
Uh-huh.
street. These three houses are completely different
Oh
one
yeah.
from the other.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if you want to talk about those spec homes.
That's a project that we are building right now in Ponce Davis, South Miami.
Hmm.
We have three lots, and we decided to do three completely different spec
Houses.
homes. Yes, one is coastal, the other one is a modern farmhouse, and then we have a
Totally
modern, like a
modern.
contemporary modern home.
So whoever is going to buy the house has to have a totally different
I
taste than
know,
the neighbor.
yeah. Yeah, it's a very risky
Way of doing
idea,
it.
but surprisingly, right now we have potential buyers
Amazing.
interested in the houses, and it's funny because um one is like, oh no, the woman, I love the farmhouse, and the husband, oh, I prefer the modern home.
So it
For
gives.
some reason, I don't know, but men are more into the modern homes.
Right, totally. Yeah,
Yeah,
always. And they
yeah.
are into the technology and
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
how does the wine cellar look, right? Yeah,
Yes.
and then
And a big TV.
and we
Big
are
TV.
into the master bathroom.
Yes.
How are the closets,
The
the kitchen,
kitchen.
the kitchen. So, what is your favorite part of the house to design? Is there one
um
or the
I
no?
don't have like a favorite part.
But
For
that you have
me
a lot of fun.
it's a completed project. I like, well, I think like the kitchens in general. I love to create like spaces, for example, like incorporating like a detail in the ceiling with the walls, like the
Mm-hmm,
staircase,
mm-hmm. Like
the,
accent.
the accents, like the built-ins, more
I
like
think
a
that's
like interior
something.
architecture details.
Yeah,
I like that.
and you really
The
take
fireplaces, like you can be a
the
little more
TV
creative.
wall.
The TV
You always
walls,
do something amazing
yes,
there.
I love
Yes,
that.
like this. There's also some screens where you do a mini bar. I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, you make each bathroom different, which
Uh-huh.
most developers just do the same. Some
Yes.
of them do the same
And you think they're
throughout.
different, but they're not.
No
They have those bathrooms that you saw, they have the same
materials.
marble for the feel, like walls and floors, let's
Okay.
say. And then I combine the same marble with different mosaics, and I make it different.
Okay. Or maybe a wallpaper
Maybe, or
here.
yeah, or
Or the fixture
I use
color
the
is
mosaic
different.
in the shower floor, and then on the wall I do something different, but are probably the same materials mixing with other accents.
Beautiful. It looks
Thank you.
great. Yeah. And I'm trying to think more into the houses, but since we're touching a little bit of design, I have a trivia that I do with all the all the girls that have come to the podcast. Let me start with you, making you some questions. What is your favorite style? You'd already kind of told me that you don't have one.
I don't have like a favorite. I love the like organic, contemporary, minimal, but at the same time, I enjoy very much like
But how would
traditional. I love, like eclectic
mm, what is the style of your own house?
designs. My house, it's traditional,
Traditional,
transitional.
transitional.
My house, it was built in 1946. So
Okay.
I'm still restoring the house. It's like a building Rome. little by little. But yeah, so
That would be the style that connects with you the most.
Well, I mean, yes, now I have love for that, but I also like other things. So I appreciate history so much that I mean, I love both styles. It depends of the area. It depends for what, you
Right.
know.
What is your favorite color palette? If you can describe one that you really that you never miss in a project. Okay. I love to work with grays. I love to work with whites. I love to work with
Taupe.
warm. Taupe. Taupe is your your
I like
palette.
it a lot.
Okay. A material that can never fail, that's always in your sites, in your designs.
A material, wood,
Wood. Natural,
natural,
somewhere. Either
somewhere.
in the
Yes,
floors.
or a
Usually,
cabinet or something.
do you usually do second floors in wood?
A mix areas.
Sometimes the
And
bedrooms.
in the past, we did, yeah. Right now, one of the houses that I'm designing, I'm considering to do the whole second floor in wood. Well, one of the houses that you saw,
Hmm.
the whole main floor is wood.
I
Yes.
remember that. It looks
Hmm.
good. Looks cozy.
It looks cozy. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That was the farmhouse or
No, the coastal.
the coastal. Coastal needs wood, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Between a kitchen and a luxury bathroom, what would be like tomorrow? I'm going to do a kitchen or a luxury bathroom. Where would you go? Which one would you pick?
The luxury bathroom, because I don't love to cook. I like the kitchen just to see it. I'm not a cooking person, but I love.
It's not your
It's
place.
not my no. Yes, I like to see. So both,
Both.
both area has to be wow.
Wow. An architect or designer that you admire.
Um, an architect, Tao Ando.
Mm-hmm. And
There's so many good architects. I mean, I
yeah.
can
Any
tell
of them
you.
inspires your designs?
Well, believe it or not, I really like Taando. I love that that concept, the brutalismo concept,
Mm-hmm.
with the concrete and the wood. I love that. And there's so many good architects that I can admire. Frank Lloyd Wright.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many good architects that I
Yeah.
admire.
And any designer that you continually look in the Instagram to see what she's doing, the trends, etc.
I like Patricia Orquiola design.
Okay. Great.
I feel I like her style because she's very artsy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
You are an
very
artist.
much like that.
Yeah.
So I like that, like the way that she designs all the pieces, the furniture, the lighting, the interior, how I
What she
incorporate
does.
the colors.
And
I
is
think it's cool. That's a designer I can tell you, like now, contemporary designer.
mm-hmm. And when you're going to start a new design, how do you look for inspiration? Do you usually look at books? You usually look in the Instagram? You use Pinterest to open up your mind and to start creating? What is your creative process?
My inspiration number one is the materials.
Right? It's the same for me. When I get to the tile store, then I know exactly what I'm gonna do with the
Yes.
whole house.
When if I'm walking, I see a beautiful slab, and I know it goes with what I'm envisioning. That's it.
Yeah,
So everything comes from that.
great. That's good to know. Wait, this a city that inspires you, a part of the world that has influenced you a lot in
Italy.
Italy. Your favorite
A
decor
city or a country?
city,
A city.
country, it's
Well,
fine. A part of the
Milan,
world,
Italy. Italy. I love Italy.
Italy. Essential textures that you would like always to have. You like polish, you like mats, you like fabric textures, you like stone, you like.
Stones. Lately, I love like the leather finish. I
Mhm.
think it's beautiful.
And you always use
I
like
use a
marble
lot.
looks.
Yes, like a Taj Mahal, that finish. I really like it.
Well, we
The
gotta
leather
talk
finish.
about the Carrara texture that you did in one bathroom?
That texture, it's very nice. Actually, it's a technique
Mm-hmm.
that it's a company in Italy. They do that. Um, it's not it's not hammer and it's not brush. It's a special thing that it when you touch it and it's not rough.
It looks like
It's
a paper that you did this and then you open
exactly.
it
It's
again.
beautiful. Yeah, that's very unique.
So imagine that a paper that was
Mm-hmm.
like this, and you open it again, and it's a marble.
Mm-hmm.
That was wow.
See?
Yeah, that was wow. Can you say where you got it from?
Yes, from Ayami Surfaces.
Oh, nice. Um, art in design. We're finally getting to your favorite topic because for everybody, Patricia is also an artist. Once back in maybe 2020, I think, or 21, we did an art tile
Collaboration.
exhibition,
Uh-huh.
and you painted a
Yes.
beautiful tile
Thank you.
because you are a painter on your spare time, right?
Yes. Uh, yes, that's something that I really like to do
Forever.
forever. Since I'm a little girl, I'm painting and creating.
Hmm.
Um,
But
now
you,
I'm not doing it like very often, but I'm always like this year I'm going to do it. So don't be surprised if I'm telling, hey Cindy, I need like a host or something for my next art exhibition, my solo. So yes,
great,
I'm working on it. So
super. You've
keep
been,
tuned.
you've had exhibitions before.
Yes, I participated in a few years ago. I have a friend that she was with this store Rimowa in the design district for during the Art Basel week.
Hmm.
Um, I'm so lucky. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I need an artist because the person that I was supposed doing a collab with them. The person couldn't. Do you have something?" And I say, yes, I have a few pieces that I just done like a few months ago. So I had the opportunity to,
Display
to
them.
display my art that
Beautiful.
night. It was a
What
very
kind of
nice.
art you do?
I do realins abstract.
Okay.
I like that. And
How do you describe that? Because
no,
I'm
the
in the
thing is,
same
no,
spot.
let me explain to you what happened. When you see a art
Hmm.
and it doesn't have like a concrete figure or a you know like a
That's
nature or
abstract.
something defined,
Hmm.
people, oh, that's an abstract. But my mentor in Panama, which is it's a recognized artist, Panamanian artist, he said it's not that because in the minute that you have an idea and you have a thought and you are thinking something and you have something in your mind, it's not already an abstract, it's really the technique. So that's why I say real, because when I'm doing my technique, yes, I like the texture, and I don't like to be perfect. I like it, with movement. But behind that art, it's always something in your mind. Like you are creating, you're developing something that you
It's not
are
like
creating.
you did
Exactly.
strokes and
That's
something came
that's
up.
action painting, more like a
Mm,
Pollock. Like
okay,
I
yeah,
was acting to me that. And there's other abstract artists, but I don't consider myself like a abstract
abstract. No.
100% because I always have like a
You know
a
what you want it
feeling,
to
like
be.
what I want, like
Uh-huh.
for example, the one for the what I did for that night was on the tile. It was a black magic woman. I love Santana. That was kind of
The
I
inspiration.
was painting and doing, listening the song
That's
and
great.
yes. So
I didn't know that story. Oh, that's good to know.
yeah, I love that. So most of the time when I'm painting, I like Santana or
To listen
jazz
to the
or
music, and that
yes,
inspires
music.
you.
No, music has to be there.
It was
Music.
black, white, and blue.
Yes. Oh,
Hmm.
you remember?
With in a concrete tile.
Yes.
Yeah, of course I remember. And it was like a
Mm.
shape of a woman.
Yes.
Yeah. It was beautiful. So
Thank
continue
you.
doing that.
Yes, I'll do. I'll promise.
Continue doing that. We have a plenty of walls here
Yes,
so where you can hang something. Um,
I'm already looking that wall there. That's perfect spot to
that's
place
great.
beautiful art.
Perfect. So there's another thing that you've done in several times, or at least you won one time. There's the
Mm.
Festival of the Trees.
Oh yeah, that's a very funny story.
Can you tell us
Eh,
about the collaboration? Because I
yes,
think
it
it's
was a
amazing.
collaboration with Ayami, which is my
It's a
number
surfaces and
one.
finishes
It's a
supplier, right,
yes,
for the
yes.
industry.
We had so many years working together. I love their style and all the products, beautiful artisan. Uh,
They have a very nice selection of mosaics
yes,
and
I love it.
specialty pieces.
Yes, I feel identified with their product because they carefully select the brands that
Hmm.
they're bringing, and it's very artsy materials from Japan and from Italy. So, well, one day, uh, Ross and Mary Rose, the owners, they say, "Oh, Patricia, this year we would like to invite you to participate and create like or to do
A tree
a Christmas tree.
with our materials, they
Uh-huh.
say.
No, a Christmas tree."
Uh,
And I was like, nice. That's amazing. I love doing Christmas trees,
you be,
decorating Christmas
you
tree.
thought it was
I
a
was
pine.
thinking in the ribbons and the
The
and
balls.
the balls.
Uh-huh.
But then when I got the formal invitation, it was when I get it, I said, "Oh my!"
It's
It was a contest
mm-hmm.
that the university, the FIU,
FIU makes every
I
year.
believe they do every year.
Every year around this
It's like
time.
a
It's around
charity
this time.
thing to support the architecture school. Um, so a lot of companies they participate. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I need to
So
say you create a sculpture that represents a tree with
mhm.
the materials that your sponsor
Yes,
sells.
yes.
So
But then they also when I received the whole, the
the guidelines.
invitation, the guidelines, and it was of course like a theme and rules and blah blah. I said, "Oh my gosh, what is this?"
Oh, there
So
was a theme.
yes, so I got so nervous. I said, "Ross, what is this?" I said, "Well, so we started creating. I remember I one day I was like, oh my god, what I'm going to do, and with all the the busy days in the constructions, I did a sketch, something that came
To
to my
you.
my mind, thinking in the tree, whatever, and following kind of what they were asking that year. Um, and I met Raz and I showed the sketch. I say, "Oh yes, I like it. Let's do it." So we started doing that. Oh my! It was super fun.
And what did it
It
require?
it
How?
was a fun experience. Not I remember it was 40 inches tall plus
Mm-hmm.
the base. It was
Mm-hmm.
tall,
And it had
and
the
it
shape
was
of
the way you
a
have to
tree?
respect the weight.
No
And
way.
yes, yes, the weight and everything.
And you
Um,
incorporated a lot of their materials.
we yes,
What did you use?
we created these beautiful arches and involved we did like a black terrazzo, and then it was a Bottega Nove beautiful collection. I believe it was a river thing on the in the base, and
Mm-hmm.
then another inox material which it was like a three-dimensional, like put it like that. And then we were doing like the tiles one by one, and we added light to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
was all
remember.
the weekends doing that. It was so fun,
And then you get
and
to
we
the
were so
festival.
stressful. And then when I got there and with our piece, when I saw all the names of the other companies, like a big companies,
Uh-huh.
they
Daltile,
were
everywhere was there.
hosting,
Yeah.
yeah, like um
Nationwide companies are there
yes,
participating. Yes.
participating. I say, well, I mean, we did it.
Uh-huh.
That was like we did it. Our
We're
thing is
here.
here. Surprise! So we win
First place.
the yes, the people choice, first people choice, and the most elegant. And it was a
Beautiful.
beautiful experience.
Now there's two things you gotta
Now the
show me.
sculpture is in Miami, so if you want to see it, you can go there.
You can go to the Yami and you have to show me the sculpture and the movie room now after the
Okay, I
podcast.
will.
Please. But congratulations. See,
Thank
you
you,
are
Cindy.
an artist. It's just natural. For you, it was a sketch running around, but it was a piece of art.
Yes. So we
And
worked that together for selecting the materials.
and recently, I know you also participated in like an installation for the design district. Just by
Oh,
being there, it's amazing
do you see? Well,
to
that
be
was a
nominated.
collaboration with Andreina, which is
Mm-hmm.
another
From
designer
Archidesert.
friend that she collaborates a lot with us. And Anna Jami as well, because I kind of now we kind of like those challenges.
Uh-huh. Like what's next?
What's next?
Uh-huh.
So we participated. The design commission, they sent us a letter, like they were asking things, but at the end, we didn't win. But it was a fun experience
Of
too,
course.
and it was a beautiful presentation. Did you
Beautiful,
see the
beautiful.
whole colorful? Yeah.
I saw it on your Instagram.
So we,
Eh,
we were like this.
Now
Probably the budget it was too high. I don't know,
Mm.
but
Now that you mentioned Andreina and Mary Rose that are your friends and collaborators through the years, I have to say that Patricia has a very special talent, a unique way of helping everybody in the industry. She always gives chance to everybody. If you ask her for her stone supplies, maybe there's many, and they all feel like you give them a chance at different times, and that's super nice. Thank you for doing that, because I've been on the other side and it feels great that, yeah, I can work with him, but I can also work with him and with him. So that's good that you give a chance to
Thank you,
everybody that
Cindy.
does a good job.
Yes.
So she must be one of those favorite clients that the trade has. Definitely. Yeah. You've done a lot of things, and I want to ask you about what you do in Panama during the design week with the students
Oh
for the
yeah,
university.
that's
'Cause
very fun. There's young students,
that
so
you're mentoring, kind of.
it kind of, yeah, like the university sometimes invite me. Oh, it's nice to if you can speak to them, so they will see that you're coming from here and
Mhm.
now you're in a different country and you're doing your career. To share the experience and to talk about to don't be fair, especially sometimes people put some barriers.
Mhm.
For me, for example, English is my second language, not my forte, but I'm here. So
Doing it in
yeah, no,
English.
at the beginning I was kind of like a shy,
Mhm.
and my husband was always like, you can't miss your personality because a language. You can, I say, yeah, sometimes you were, but then I start feeling more confident, and then at this point, like, hey, no worries. I know I have an accent, but I'm good designing, so I got this.
Great. So,
So it's like, and then it's good to. I like to talk to especially because in the universities, the national, so you have all type of students.
mhm.
You have students with like a good economy, others no, the other
And what do you
so
talk about
we talk
with
about
them?
everything like
How do you do it in the real
in
world?
the real world. Exactly.
Mhm.
I always enforce that they have to be really, really, really on top of learning everything, to be involved in design first, in the products, to visit places. This is a career like as a non-stop learning.
Non-stop.
Is a constantly um thing growing,
Mhm.
and every day is something new, the
Eh,
technology, materials,
mhm.
so the appliances, the plumbing involve so much that you really have to take your time and keep learning.
Learning all the way.
Learning,
Yeah.
yes, I think that's a tool that we can miss. You always have to keep learning and visiting trade shows.
Well, that's
And
a beautiful thing to do, like to inspire
yes,
the young students.
yes,
We have the Architectural Authority has involvement with students. There's a podcast next door that it's
nice.
only students. So one day we would really like to have you here and give us
Yeah, sure.
your experience and share it with them. And believe it or not, we ran out of time. It's
Okay,
been
cool.
we ran out of time. You were worried,
Yes.
but no, it went like
I was
this.
like a Cindy, cortito,
Yeah,
short, short, short. I don't
but
like to talk.
it went like this. So, Patricia,
Yeah.
if you have a message or something that you would like to say,
Well,
and
first of all, thank you, Cindy. Thank you to the magazine.
mhm,
It's a pleasure to be here with you, with all the people looking at our podcast conversation. Cindy is an excellent designer too. I know her for very many years, and
I learn every day from all of you.
it's a great, great, great person. I admire her. I don't know. She has so many energies. I don't know how she
That's true.
does everything, but she's here.
Mhm,
And the message is like I mean, this is a beautiful industry, beautiful career. We have designers, not only coworkers. We also have friends,
mhm,
and I love to learn from everyone, every
mhm.
experience, to exchange our ups
Ideas.
and downs,
That's true.
because not everything is beautiful. We
No.
have a lot of
Stressful moments, a
stressful
lot.
moments, but the good thing is always be focused in the solution and not in the problem. That's my message to
That's your
everyone.
message.
Be happy and help with, if you can help someone, why not? So I
Great.
open my vendors, they treat me well,
Mhm.
so I treat them well. I mean, why not?
Yeah, like I said, she must be one of the favorite clients of the industry. Thank
Well,
you,
I get
Patricia.
mad. I get mad
You get mad? I
sometimes.
haven't seen that face. Thank you so much for coming and see you next time. We'll do this
Okay,
again.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Creative Talks podcast. Your 5-star reviews really help us continue what we do. Please rate your listening experience, and let's keep building this beautiful community together. For exclusive access to more design content, visit thearchitecturalauthority.com or download our app from the App Store or Google Play. Until next time, take care and keep creating.